This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers.
Wow! Can this launch blaster thing really shoot stuff from that far away?
It does launch and blast things, but it's actually called a ballista. And yes,
But how does it stay on target?
it uses a remote guidance system. But I'll let you in on a...
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself. Believe me, this thing is even more powerful than it looks. Ask me again.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. I was just introducing our product to these discerning young customers.
Paimon thought you were here for some, fishing.
What? No, of course not. The kids were just curious, that's...
I'm sorry. Are these three preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair.
Oh, do we have to?
Don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already. Neb.
Okay.
It was no bother, I swear. In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista.
How much would it cost?
Not a single mora.
Really? It's a promise that...
Your vessel. It's a battleship, isn't it?
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy, do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru? A battleship may as well be a giant playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children. Perhaps only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship.
If you're worried about safety,
No, I suppose I'm just envious. That
seems like he really cares about those kids, huh?
Oh, just wanted to ask how it's going with the top secret,
They're circling the hook just fine. Just...
Whoa! Where did you come from?
Shh.
Well, that just proves my point. Something like this would only see more use in Fontaine.
Except, you never find something like this for sale there.
Excuse me?
He's coming this way!
Steady now.
That's mighty expensive.
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you're not interested, you're free.
What? Come on. There's no rule saying we can't have...
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that's factored into the price. Don't like it? Take it up with them.
Listen, I can tell this is something special. If you're willing to go a bit lower...
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
Perhaps there's a way we can...
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this...
Oh?
What would you say to working this out someplace else?
That means no guild protection either. What will I do if you run off without paying?
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be me, don't you think? Point is, we're both going out on a limb here. But the reward's worth the risk.
Fine. Name a place. As a registered participant, though, I'm too close to the guild. If we don't want them catching on, I'll need to send a proxy.
Smart thinking.
Good. He took the bait. Let's go elsewhere to...
Captain Beto's hook was what got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how—
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area. Turns out, we're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask, though, how did you know these guys would be so quick to abandon the expo?
I read their file. Nothing's off the table for them when profit's on the line. When it comes down to it, they'd see the protection the expo provides as just more red tape. Something to work around rather than with. Just like the law.
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him.
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring, and after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wing. If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
And
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes...
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like that.
I can work around that. But only as long as the deal goes ahead.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon. Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
You're telling me that you really have the wherewithal to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
are they having a fight?
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Don't worry. I think they're getting along great.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Then you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything, it'll be 2 against 1.
Ha! Let's do There he is!
Oh, you really can't.
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack.
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts.
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port. It would be better to dismantle the product and transport the components and
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry. But I'd still prefer to have it
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden in unassuming cargo crates, because you operate right out in the... Most of the weapons have come in through Yilong Wharf or Lumidus Harbor, so that seems to check out.
What are you trying to...
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
Take that!
Out of the way!
It's one of the undercover agents!
The captain of the Special Patrol will take it from here.
One just popped up. Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have... Trying to escape? Nope, not this way. Had enough? Then turn around! Out of steam yet? 'Cause I can do this all day. Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way...
A special patrol uniform.
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes save the best for last.
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
It was an honor. Without the Spina's help back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It was about time we returned the favor.
What? I needed to make you seem intimidating to get these local gangs on our side. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be...
Wow! Navia is something else!
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula could mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to
Except for the guild's broken signboard.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is to get these birds to sing. Should be an easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective.
And if that doesn't work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
Yes, that means the operation was a success, right?
So far. Once we get someone to reveal who the...
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from the expo. But as far as our...
Shouldn't we update Nefer then?
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from these agents. We'll be in touch once we have the information.
Well, that went a lot smoother than expected. You're thinking about Nefer's final request, huh? Let's see. If you feel like it's missing something, maybe Yayla...
Excuse me? Are you the Traveler? Yehuda needs you back.
Oh no! It's an...
I'm sorry, I don't know the details.
Now let's get a move on!
I throw the guild under the bus, or I get on the bad side of a terrifying merc captain. Get it together, Yehuda. Focus on the hunt.
Let's try not to get too worked up.
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
What happened?
You're here. Please, you've got to help.
A theft?
You're asking me. The guild has people keeping watch over the storage area for this exact reason.
Beto? Wait, that means...
The guild asked us to keep our goods stored on the designated shelves. I had a few prototypes that I was using for demonstration, but when I came to check on things just now, I noticed that all of them had...
And each ballista is super dangerous.
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so it could be worse.
The guild will make sure of that. If you could just keep this between us for now. Do we have to tell her?
Honesty is the best policy.
I know, it's just...
Miss Yehuda...
What are you three doing?
There's something you want to tell me, isn't there?
Well, Neb's been obsessed with the ballistas ever since we got here. It seemed like he was interested in them too, because ever since this morning, we haven't been able to reach him.
And?
I don't think Uncle Ashvapati would do so.
Ashvapati works for the guild. He has access to the storage ware. Wait, so now it's an inside job?
He made those toys the kids were selling, right? They don't look like much on the outside, but I bet they're high. If he's a tech guy, those fail-safes...
So, this just went from... Uh-oh.
Could be. I mean, let's put it this way. There aren't a whole lot of people that could manage to stay off Yelan's radar. Why don't you take these kids to the curatorium and see what you can...
Got it! Hold up. We can't hold the...
No, of course not, but...
You want to look out for these kids, don't you?
I promised I would.
Good, because I'm looking out for them too. That's why I want to find their uncle as soon as possible.
Guess we're...
Take these kids to the curatorium. I'll update Yelan and tell her to...
Will do!
Well, this complicates things. Here I was hoping the trouble would start and end with you two. But no matter. This will all make for a very...
I wouldn't be so flippant. This time, it's one of yours causing... I'm starting to wonder if all those agents we captured were just a distraction.
It's all still up in the air right now.
Uncle Ashvapati isn't our real uncle, but he is... He told us we all came from the same band of eremites in the desert. But apparently, we're the only ones left. We've been traveling from place to place with him for as long as I can remember.
Their eyes. What about them? I'm just... About a decade ago, there was a band of eremites who, seemingly out of nowhere, gained technological capabilities far surpassing those of us. Leveraging that advantage, they built a number of highly advanced weapons and sold them to the conflicts in the desert became even bloodier as a result. While the other groups were tearing each other to shreds, these newly minted... But before long, their own weapons were turned against them. And as the flames of conflict engulfed the desert, none of the weapons survived. And so, in the wake of that destruction, the status quo of the desert was...
That's terrible.
In the desert, it's kill or be killed. If this happened in Fontaine or Liyue, I'm sure the perpetrators would have been prosecuted to the full extent of the law. From what they've told us, sounds like these kids are orphans from that particular...
Which means their guardian is likely one of the few survivors as well.
Sounds like it.
No! Uncle Ashvapat, no matter what happened back then, I know one thing. Sure, he's good at building things, but all he does is make toys for us to play with. He can't be the kind of person you're...
I'm sorry. All we can do...
So, what What's her...
From our interrogations, we've learned that in 2 days, the person behind all this has a meeting planned to collect the goods. If all goes well, we can head to the pickup point. But if Ashvapati is part of this and the leader learns what happened, there's no chance he risks himself for his agents. So, that meeting might as well be moot.
Then let's focus our efforts on Ashvapati for now. If he stole the prototypes, there's bound to be a trail. I'm confident I can track him down.
What can I do to help?
I work best in the shadows. The more people... As soon as I've got a location, though, he's all yours. You let me handle the search.
That does sound like the most feasible plan.
Seizure?
Hey! Don't worry too much right now. The most
Okay.
Looks like I'll need to enlist your services for a bit longer, Traveler.
We just got word from Yelan. Looks like she managed to track down Ashvapati. Come on! Let's...
Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found where he's hiding.
Let me just be sure of one thing. We're dealing with someone who has extremely dangerous weaponry in his hands.
Absolutely. You just need to trust us, just like we trust...
Yeah, we've got this. My crew's already locked and loaded.
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep this operation small, but I still thought you could use some back. So, I chose a few promising young Spina members to help out.
Yes, we're ready to roll then.
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
Wait!
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo.
We know. It's just...
I wish I could answer that question, but it would just be speculation.
He's been gone for 2 days now, and he just left us here. But if that's true, then that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past too. Wouldn't that make...
That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and...
Really?
The same is true for your uncle. Whatever he may have done in the past, the real question we need to ask... In Fontaine, we have a long and complicated process in place just to make sure we get the right answer to that.
Yeah. Why would
How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevras and Miss Yelan then you can ask him yourself.
Thanks, miss.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable.
It's all right. We're prepared for whatever.
Regardless, it's a promise we have to keep. After all, when the children get their answer,
Then, let's all do our part to make sure this ends...
Stop right there!
Where is he?
We missed him.
looks like he left behind plenty of evidence, though. Sir... These records look suspiciously...
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental.
What is it?
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were always careful. The one time they slipped up, they broke the case wide open. We found a cargo manifest left behind at the scene. That's the...
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here, among the records left behind by...
So, he's the guy that's...
Unless it wasn't a slip-up at all. How does the same clue get left behind at two separate scenes and picked up by two separate law enforcement agencies? Thinking...
No. Almost like he led us here on purpose.
There's a...
Look at how it's positioned. It was begging to be found.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it. It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does...
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security...
You're saying our guy has a battle-ready ballista in his possession?
Oh,
Something isn't adding up. All the evidence suggests that he was here alone. Which begs the question...
That's a question for another time. We need to focus on where...
This situation seems more complicated than we imagined. It looks like Ashvapati does have a connection to our criminal...
You don't think he's working for them?
Unlikely. He lured us to Nodcry, prepared those weapons on his own, deliberately put us on his trail. This is looking more and more like the work of an...
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, he's still our bet. That would seem to be our last...
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing. You certainly live up to your reputation. I doubt my secret hiding spot will be a secret much longer. So I suppose I'm just glad I no longer have to run. So, before my day in court is upon... It all started with a Kashara War researcher, expelled from the academia for he had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert,
Researchers like you are a dime a dozen. Smart as a whip until you find yourself in the... No, son. Just still trying to figure out why I've got such a soft spot for strays like you. Here, give me your canteen. You got somewhere to go?
not really. Thanks to this water, though.
Now you're talking like desert folk.
What would I do?
Gather food, guard our water source. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to...
All I know is...
Weapons?
Yeah. I love studying them. Big and powerful ones, small and deadly ones, old ones, new ones. I believe the essence of Kashara research is embodied in weaponry, and the pursuit of this kind, my lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all. So I might have borrowed a few sensitive texts without permission, but you see the vision, right?
The Academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. All I care about is what this
I can help upgrade your weaponry.
True, weapons are essential to life here in the desert. Most folks get them when merchants happen to pass through. But when it comes to protecting the people here, this scimitar in my hand is more than enough. The kind of weapons you're talking about are
Overkill?
Our group is lucky. Our ancestors learned how to protect the oasis from the sandstorms. Plus, we're pretty far off the beaten path. Helps us avoid conflict. All in all, we don't have to travel to find water. We don't have to fight off other desert folk. There are plenty of ways to die in the desert, but behind a lot of them lies too much ambition. So,
I see. Guess I could do some.
I've heard you Ksharowa scholars are handy with all kinds of gadgets.
You mean, like...
Yes, if you wouldn't mind. It'll give them something to do.
All right, then. And just like that, a Ksharawar scholar at the cutting edge of his field ended up in the desert. It got boring from time to time. But all in all, those days were quite pleasant. Looking back now, I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable Don't rush me. These
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their faces.
Send the gem? It has been a while.
Well, we have a right to this oasis, too. Our ancestors...
You hated this place. After that giant sandstorm when everyone else was trying to figure out how to help, you got out of Dodge the first chance you could get.
Because I knew better than to be stubborn. Stay in one place too long.
You abandoned this place. If we'd done the same, the oasis wouldn't even exist anymore.
I heard they joined another band of Eremites after leaving us, but got kicked out. I bet...
Chief, should we drive them off?
I'd like to see you try. I'm warning you.
Leave them be. This oasis has always been big enough to sustain more. All that matters is keeping the people here.
At the time, I didn't think much of it. And so, normal life continued. Much unchanged. Well, mostly. I often found myself flipping through my collection of blueprints and sketches. The ruin drakes, scattered around Sumeru, were of particular... As far as I knew, no one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology within those mechanisms. But I was able to design a kind of lure to bait them into attacking a specific target. Somehow, the new arrivals at the oasis must have caught wind of it.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but is that a weapon you're researching?
I do mind, actually.
Rumor is you used to be a researcher at the Academia.
What do you want?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the Academia, they don't exist in the desert. You could take this research to the next level, but what if you had access to the...
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can get you what you need. In return, we've always had a good eye for business. Just never the right product. But this thing right here, the different bands of Eremites are gonna shell out more or less.
You want to say...
It's a win-win. You provide the goods, and I earn enough mora from these people to fund the research of...
I don't know.
I understand what you're worried about, but listen, it won't come back to bite the people here. These people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean, come on.
You've made a bad name for yourself around here. I don't want any part...
Well, it's your choice. But it could be the last meaningful choice you ever get in life. So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize your academic...
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
Yeah, we increased our prices. What about it?
So, you're really as money hungry as they all say, huh?
Cash is king. That's just business.
Fine.
I'm done.
What are you talking about?
I know what the weapons have been used for, and I refuse...
An accomplice? Listen, that's got nothing to do with us. People would be at...
Can't you sell more than just weapons? Surely this...
If you want to make the big mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it is.
And that right...
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust anyway.
What was that? No. Kaem was it? How did this happen?
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies. People have tried to steal water from this oasis in the past, but Kaem was at
You sold weapons to his enemies.
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. This wasn't the first time Senegem and his men had turned around and stabbed their allies in the back. Let's just say, there was a good reason. They had nowhere else to turn back then. I didn't chase after them, or try to hold them accountable. But once the weapons I designed were turned against us, the fate of this in the end, despite all the burning tents I rushed into, and now you know the full account of my crimes. I've been raising them ever since, while attempting to hunt down the men who... This confession is for the kids to read, too. So, I know I'm in no position to make requests, but... please, back then, I failed to see this through to the end. But I won't make that mistake again.
Jeez. If this is true...
He's after the same target as us.
He even lured us to Nodcry to...
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now. If I'm right, this doesn't bode well.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to do something super dangerous.
I can't just let him get rid of our target either. This crime ring runs deep. There are still many other conspirators we need to track. Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place. I think he decided to spring the trap that we set up.
Oh, snap. He's not working for them. So our original plan could have worked all along.
The meeting will be happening any time now. Quick, we need to...
Ashvapati.
It's been a while, Senegem.
How did you find this place?
All these years. And the signal you use for the meetup point still hasn't changed. All I had to do was pose as your point of contact.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my backup gets...
Oh, I think that might take a while.
No. There's no way the cop...
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail of clues, leading them If they hadn't taken your agents out of the equation, I doubt I would have been able to...
So now what?
No. The authorities.
Is that Fatui tech? Look, listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up Mora without you all these years. But
after everything that happened...
Because what's the alternative? You're not... After Kayemwazet took you in, you really convinced yourself what you should have learned is that banking on loyalty and belonging is a... In the desert, my people live by one rule and one rule alone. The last laugh doesn't go to... Just look at me. When there's Mora to be earned in the desert, I'm a desert folk. When the opportunities in Fontaine are sweeter, I'm a Fontaine.
You think everyone is as much...
A lowlife? There's nothing. You're talking to a renowned Fontanian philanthropist who lives in the Vasari Passage and spends his days going from one grand banquet to the next.
Are you?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you, fine. But if you want me dead so bad, why'd you come to face me alone?
Don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me.
What the... Are you crazy?
Yes, that's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price.
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes the...
Hold it right there, all of you! Otherwise...
The Maison Gardiennage!
You got here sooner than I expected.
Hey! What's that in the sky? Looks like bad news!
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment of the Fontaine...
Fontanian justice is too merciful for...
Stubborn fool.
I don't deserve them! I have to atone...
What is it you feel you need to atone for?
You're from Liyue, right? Your ancestors were the first people to master... Surely, it's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. But me? I chose to use my research skills to create weapons of war that brought death to countless...
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be harmless fun in this day and age.
What?
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers were originally developed for use as weapons. They needed something a little more powerful than usual for purging evil forces. Over time, evil spirits learned to fear the sight of flames, and the beasts retreated into the mountain. The peace we enjoy today isn't because we chose to make toys instead of weapons. The weapons are what secured us the peace in the first place. Only it's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people are as bent on destruction as the evil forces and beasts...
Time is running out.
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing these ballistas.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
Captain, we're in position!
Prepare to intercept! On my signal! Fire!
Fireworks show? Oh.
Recording mode on.
Has this always been part of the show?
No funny business!
I never imagined the Guizhong ballista could be used for...
If you'll agree to come with us and answer some questions, it would...
Of course. You'll have my full cooperation. I know I'm guilty. Just... not sure of the precise crime at this point.
Honestly, me neither. I'm sure a case like yours would have Fontaine's top legal experts scratching their heads. As for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. So at least you can take some salt. I know. There's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. But at least the trial will be a public declaration of their crimes and the punishment they will receive. Considering the alternative was them dying in obscurity to a revenge killing with no one left behind to tell the story. This looks more like real justice.
What do you think they did with Ashvapati in the end? Let's go ask them for an update.
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms dealing operation closed down, I've achieved my strategic objective.
I appreciate your flexibility. I'll need all of them in my custody to pursue. As for you, given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati. He stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard.
Deal.
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly.
Uncle Ashvapati,
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done.
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out the way I see it. Your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to...
Yeah.
Well then, what are you waiting for? The chance to atone...
Children.
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working...
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so...
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer.
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. I actually consider the desert my home, too. So I was interested to learn who the real Ash... Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is. Granted, the final chapter caused us a fair amount of trouble.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules.
I'd
recommend that you take these kids back to the...
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm...
I'm flattered, really. But that... Sure. We could put up a few tents and call it a settlement.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with...
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I want...
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch. Sure can. Huh? Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone. Simply plant it in the ground, and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly.
What the...
Huh. Looks genuine.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the Not Cry Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still...
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as... Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise.
Whatever keeps the kids happy?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your... I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed.
Deal!
Hooray! Well, this was a strange turn of events.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos. Forest, protect us. For the everlasting forest. Branches a song.
Committed to memory.
No, my sword!
Lush as the moonlight.
Use of force authorized.
Get with me!
Rain outlines your fate.
This may hurt a little.
With one heart, we pray.
The Temple of Wisdom.
I'll settle this!
Rain cutter. Leave this place.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Forest, protect us.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Branch into song.
I'm a rock.
Yeah.
Pew pew. Chew on this.
Leave this place.
Can't hide the truth.
Yeah.
Lush as the moonlight.
It all adds up.
I'm a rock. Diana, touch. Ding dong, glitter bomb.
By the frost moon of old.
The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth.
Forest, protect us.
Yeah. Come on.
It all adds up. No more love.
Leave this place. For the everlasting forest.
Chew on this. Let's
Seek within.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
What should I try this time? What should I try this time? One of these mechanical gizmos they got here. The more dangerous, the better. Golden Flame!
Proper send-off! From the Spina with love! What?
fight to anyone. Not even one of these.
Vast wheel of life. Sacred name. For...
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
The more data samples, the better. Honed in flame!
Rise. Hey there! Hiya! Coming at ya! Attack! That's the way. Now!
The more data samples, the better. The more data samples, the better.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
More data samples, the better. The more data samples, the better.
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around.
Coming at ya! Orders given. Orders received.
From the Spina...
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
Teamwork is dreamwork! A new dawn rises!
Watch out!
The more data samples, the better.
fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
The more data samples, the better.
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
The more data samples, the better. The more data samples, the better.
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
The more data samples, the better.
I ain't losing a fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
The more data samples, the better.
Fight to anyone. Not even one of these mechanical gizmos they got around here.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
From our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Watch out! Wheel of life.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Sacred name.
By
Fortune
royal
preserver.
decree!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Watch out!
We seek but a small haven in tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask for? As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water.
I created another universe and found...
Love Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world. I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
No rest for the wicked.
Let's light it up!
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Warfare, I guess.
Watch out!
Blazing light!
Proper send-down! Stay there! Watch out! No escape! Must keep training.
Adventure time!
Hey there! Hiya! Let's light it up! No one escapes my sight! Hey there! Out of the way! Why do they never miss? Off we go! we go!
Yeah!